Finding those perfect beauty faves to add to your routine can help to make you look extremely confident or make you feel like you don't quite have your look together if you're missing something. Today's video is all about my faves and empties, which I'm replenishing, and some new and finds that actually have transformed my beauty routine. Greetings and salutations, beautiful people. I'm Elle, and if this is your first time here, welcome. Welcome back to all my returning fashion beauties. We're all about slaying a look and saving a coin, so if that sounds like your vibe, I know you're going to love it here. Let's get into these beauty faves. So my first up is going to be this glycolic acid, which as you can see is completely empty. I picked up a new one from Sephora, and this is one of my faves because it helps with smoothing texture, fine lines, and also eliminating dark spots. It lightens any of those areas that seem extremely dark and hard to reach. So your knees, your elbows, you can use it on your face as well as your body, and it is second to none. Priced at $13, the Ordinary brand at Sephora is actually super affordable and a must-have. Next item is also from The Ordinary. This is going to be my hyaluronic acid. This, because of the price point and how well it actually has moisturized my skin, these fine lines that I had in my neck, once I started using this hyaluronic acid, they've actually diminished a ton. So I'm using it on my complete face. It's part of my AM routine. And in the evening, I actually use my niacinamide that I have from them. The Ordinary as a brand is actually wonderful because the price points are super affordable and very attainable to anybody. So I actually am running low on this one, but I already replenished a new one. So I've ordered this already. Wonderful, wonderful find. So if you haven't checked out The Ordinary at Sephora, you should definitely look into getting something from that line. They have everything. I use a retinol night oil to actually seal in my skincare in the evening. I also have their salicylic acid, just in case if I notice there's a pimple coming and I want to just get it under control sooner rather than later. Definitely a great affordable find. Next up, we have my face wash, which is going to be the Youth to the People Kale and Whipped Spinach face wash. So clarifying, super moisturizing. As you can see, I'll be done with this in maybe 2 days. So I've already purchased a new one. This runs, I want to say this one was about $36 or $34, somewhere around there. And the price point is actually super manageable and worth it for how long it lasts. I believe I've had this for several months, and that's double, triple cleansing when I have on makeup, double, triple cleansing whenever I feel like my skin is flaring up and I want to make sure that it's super clean. It never leaves my face tight after using. So it's one of those things that I absolutely love. So get into this if you haven't. Next up, you might have seen this in my beauty routine video. This is going to be the Mario Badescu Rose Water Spray. I use this just to moisturize before I apply my makeup. Even though I'm an oily girl, this is something that you need. You need that hydration just to make sure that your skin feels supple and looks supple as you're adding things to your face. So this is one that you want to get. If you hear my cat in the background, please disregard. He's absolutely fine, but he's meowing because I'm not paying him any attention. Next up, we have the Caudalie. This is the Vino Perfect Serum. This actually really helps to diminish dark spots faster. I'm one of those people who have oily prone skin, minimal but manageable breakouts here and there. And this is what I use whenever I have a flare up, because if I get a pimple on my face, it will literally leave a mark. My skin is that sensitive. Even if I haven't touched it, even if I use the pimple patches, which I'm going to show you, they'll flatten, but it'll be a little darker than my regular skin. This Vino Perfect, within a week or so, gone. Love it down. I've already placed the order for this. They didn't have it in my local Sephora, so I actually had to get it shipped, but amazing. Next up, we're going to have my Peace Out Acne Dots. This is one of those products that, even though there are tons of them on the market, this is the one that you need. They come in a variety of packs. I think I want to say 20 pack, 40 pack, and 60 pack, if I'm not mistaken, is the biggest. They have them at Amazon. They have them at Sephora. I usually try to catch them when they have the Sephora sale. This is actually my last pack from the Sephora sale in the fall. So I'm ready for the new Sephora sale. I'm trying to hold on to these packs as long as possible. But I actually didn't have a chance to share this with you guys. But if you have a pimple and you just feel it coming, if you put this on, let's say overnight, leave it on overnight, whatever nutrients and medicine is in here will actually bring it to a head, and you will see it on the patch. So it will gently just suck it out. And then you peel that patch off in the morning, do your skincare. it will typically be completely flat. Like I said, if you're somebody like me who gets a little spot after that, the Vino Perfect is, excuse me, the Caudalie Vino Perfect is perfect to help diminish that spot. But just to get rid of that pimple or any acne, and you can use multiple on your face multiple times if you feel like the pimple is not gone, this is what you need. So get into this. Absolutely. New to my routine from the drugstore, I actually showed this on my makeup video as well, is gonna be this e.l.f. Camo Concealer in the orange color. If you're my complexion or darker, this will likely be the color you need to use. I believe it comes in like a green. It comes also, I believe, in a pink and a yellow. This right here, it totally diminishes any dark spots you have. This is prior to concealer, prior to applying your foundation. And when I tell you it is wonderful, you put it on, you pat it into your skin, and it acts as this translucent barrier to just reflect light as opposed to that darkness on any spots that you have. So I think my skin looks great today. My makeup looks fabulous. Started with this. After my skincare, after my primer, this is what I went in with next. Now, I haven't purchased this again since the last Sephora sale. This is the Oleg Hendrickson's The Vitamin Banana Bright Serum. I use this under my eyes, and if you guys have been here, you know that I just turned 47, so your girl still is holding up quite well. But this, I have dark under eye circles. I've had allergies all my life as a kid, so I constantly used to rub my eyes, and my mother used to tell me, stop, you're gonna have dark circles forever. She was 100% right. But this has completely lightened them. And I'm going to say combined with sleep and actual rest that you need, which I don't always get enough of, this actually diminishes those dark circles. So unlike a lot of people who have puffiness under their eye, I typically have hollowness, and that is magnified by the darkness under my eyes. So using this has really alleviated that. I'm not afraid to go out and do my workouts without makeup on, no concealer. This really helped me have a little bit more confidence in just knowing that I have a bit of dark under eye circles, but because this lightened it so much from where it originated before I started using it, super confident, don't mind going out without makeup, don't mind having my eyes show. I wear my sunglasses that are translucent if necessary, if I feel like they're that bad. But since I started using this, and I want to say it's been about maybe a year and a half since I first started using this, absolutely wonderful. Speaking of the under eye, so I have two products that I want to show you. So the first is going to be Faded, Black owned. Got this from Sephora, but you can find it on their website. You can also find it on Amazon. I'm actually going to open a pack. I just opened up the box, and I'm going to open a pack just so you guys can see it. What I have found is that this one is perfect for people who have can I not get it open? What is happening with my life? Hold on one second, y'all. There we go. This is perfect for people who have puffiness under the eye. So if you wake up and you find not so much that your face is puffy, but right here, it seems a little bit swollen and you're trying to get yourself together so you can do your makeup, this is what you need. They don't slide, they stick firmly. And depending on where you need that tightness and that reduction, that'll determine where you place it on your eyes. So a lot of people get real puffy right here. Some people get bags and puffiness here. That's how you should be putting it on, because this has the bulk of the medicine. So if you do it like this or you do it like that, that'll determine how much suction and reduction of that puffiness that you get. So topicals Faded, absolutely just a perfect addition. You don't need to use it every day. I would say that I'm less of a puffy person. I'm more of a hollow under eye girl. But whenever I am puffy under my eye, I literally use this. They're super soft, super cute. So you'll see the girls outside with this on their eyes. It's very aesthetic. They feel soft to the touch, but when I say they are sticky, they do not budge. So this is something you definitely want to have in your routine, whether you have puffy under eyes or if you have hollow under eyes. I'm going to show you what I've been using, and that has actually been working wonders for me in my skincare routine. So on the rabbit hole on Temu, I literally saw an advertisement for Dr. Malaxin. Now, I've been seeing Dr. Malaxin everywhere on TikTok, and I'm an avid Temu shopper. I don't really have any issues. Like most people sometimes joke about, oh, that's the Temu version. I don't have any problems with Temu. Everything that I've been buying from them has actually been worth it. I may say I've had 1 to 3 returns in the maybe 3.5 years that I've been purchasing from them. And mostly that was my fault. That was a sizing issue. Maybe I didn't read the size chart, or I just didn't pay attention to what the composition was, etc. So that is what I will say for Temu. Love them down. On the rabbit hole, I saw a bundle for Dr. Relaxin. Now, this is actually, that would have been last year sometime. Bought this last fall. This is not the same one. Obviously, I've replenished many times since then. But last fall, purchased it, started using it this past January. When I tell you that my under eye has completely transformed, so these are the eye patches, and this is actually like a calcium serum for your face. It's in a stick. It's a calcium balm stick is what it's called. This is how it looks every day, morning and night. This is a part of my skincare routine. I wash my face. I do my Ole Henderson vitamin C serum, and then I move on to this stick. This is great for people who have hollowness under their eyes. It helps to provide this silky texture, this suppleness. And when I tell you, transformed. My eyes are not as sunken as they once were. The more I use it, the better I feel like my skin just looks overall. I use it here on my smile lines, which have actually really diminished. I used to have these crinkles in my forehead, so I'm really conscious to not do this all the time, which I always used to do. I put it here and I get up under that neck. Now, any of my girlfriends will tell you there's a running joke when I always say I can't look like the tree from Avatar, the tree of life or the tree of souls, because I hated these little rings that I was developing on my neck. And I was like, that's how you can tell the age of a tree. Now, barely noticeable. Every morning and night I use this. Every single morning and night. I use this, I want to say 2 times a week. I want to show you what they look like. Comes with this little spoon, which I never use, probably should. Little flip top. This is how they look. They come with 60 in there, so it's a 30-day supply. I'm going to pull one up so you can actually see it. They're like this jelly consistency. And I'm actually grabbing more than one. Hold on. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see this? And how it looks? Super jelly-ish. When I tell you they go on, I usually put them on and let them sit for a couple of minutes so they don't slide because they're that silky, soft texture. And once they start to dry, they adhere to your skin and they really don't slide. Now, I put them on a lot of times before I go to bed. Once I get in that bed, sometimes I wake up and they've dried over the night and they've crumpled off. But underneath this eye, when I tell you that it is supple, and you can use these under your eye, in your smile lines, you can put them on your forehead, any place that you feel like has any hollowness or any indentation or needs any suppleness and replenishment, you can use them. So if you were skeptical about Dr. Malaxin, get into it. I bought my first bundle on Temu. That vendor doesn't sell them anymore, so I started purchasing them on a combination of the TikTok shop and Amazon. Make sure I get the real ones from the actual approved store that is Dr. Malaxin, so you don't get kind of tricked. But this is what we need to be getting into. Next up, we're going to go on to makeup products. If you are not on Danessa Myrick products, what are you doing with your life? This Yummy Skin Water Powder Serum, when I tell you it absorbs the oil, it makes the skin super smooth before you apply your makeup. You can use this primer alone. And with any other makeup, any other products, the formulation of this is absolutely wonderful. Second to none. I'm probably on my 4th bottle of this. I've been using it since it came out, and it's the one product that actually maintains the oil in my skin. So I would highly recommend this. If you have never tried any Danessa Myrick's products, I would start with this. She has a ton of other serums. The Universal Blurring Skin Balm, which has no color, that acts like a primer if you want to just use it as a primer. That's great for laundry days, or if you're just running errands and you don't want to put anything on your face, but you still want to look blurred and mattified, get into it. Black owned as well. Next up, you already know, the One Size. I've been hearing tons about the L'Oreal. I haven't purchased it because I actually have 3 bottles left of this. And I also have the Danessa Myrick's, which I'm going to try to blur. I use Charlotte Tilbury right now. But this, yes, it's like spraying hairspray on your face. I don't care. I will never, never, ever give this up. This holds your makeup like no other. And I'm a sweater. So in this summer, even when my face gets moist and it sweats, I do a little pat down. I don't rub because you'll be looking a mess. I do a little pat down with my sponge if necessary. This makeup does not move. Once I walk back in the AC and I dry, the makeup is still intact. So if you have not tried it, you need to get your hands on this One Size setting spray. The girls are not raving about it for nothing. It's not one of those products that the internet lied about. She's the one and not the two. I think that's everything, you guys. Oh, Lies and Fairy Tales. this Benefit brow pencil. So for the last 2 years, I've been using this pencil that my girlfriend, she had a makeup line, like a 5-piece, 5-minute face kit. She no longer offers that, but prior to that, I was using Anastasia Beverly Hills, which I still love. But this Benefit brow pencil, I'm in shade 4.5. When I tell you, your girl has no edges on her eyebrows. No edges. I blame my mama, but no edges. I like for my eyebrows to look pretty natural. So I usually just feather and shape it. Occasionally, if I'm going out and I'm really trying to do my big one, I'll put some concealer. But for the most part, I'm just shading in my eyebrows and just making them look full and shaped and to frame my face. So this right here, easy to use, just beautiful construction, aesthetically pleasing. I mean, look at the pencil. Brush and the spoolie is amazing. So she's my new go-to and I love her very much. Okay, so those are my faves, you guys. Those are all my beauty faves, my skincare faves. That's what I'm using right now. I will link everything below if you want to purchase it. If not, this is from the drugstore. So you can find tons of these things at the drugstore. You can find them at Amazon. You can find them at Sephora. I mean, these are products, The Ordinary, super affordable, super attainable. If you're going to get anything, if you're adding to your skincare, I would start there because they have a line of everything. Everything that the big expensive brands have, they have. Okay, all the serum, all the the acne, all the retinol, all of those things, you can start with The Ordinary. The Dr. Malaxin, I can't live without this. I'm actually probably going to start stacking up before the fall really comes so that I have multiple, because I'll probably start running through the patches more. This is very moisturizing. I'll probably run through this stick more. This stick, I'm going to say, lasts me about a month because I use it every morning and night. So I feel like maybe a little over a month. I feel like I need to keep this one on deck. This because I'm not using it every single day and I don't always put it in my smile lines and under my eye. Mostly it's under my eye. It comes with 60, which is like a 30-day supply. If I wanted to use it once a day, every day, I could. But these two will never, ever take this out of my routine. So I'm just going to start stacking up. They have a couple of bundles on the TikTok shop with other products that I haven't tried. This I know works for me. So I'm actually, because I love it so much, I'm willing to try other products from the line. I know they compete with another brand. I'll put the name here because I just can't, it's escaping me right now. But that is actually amazing. Oh, I lied to you guys. Very last product, this nail glue, Beauty Secrets. If you guys don't know, I'm a DIY nail girl. I do press-ons. I add gel to them when I finish pressing them on. This is the glue that I use. My nails could last a month, maybe even a little more. I change my sets like every 2 weeks. When I tell you this glue, unmatched. And I've tried everybody, you know, unmatched. So if you think you have one that's better, let me know. But this Beauty Secrets, when I tell you that you put a little on your nail, a little on your press on, make sure you secure it. Don't get it wet for at least 2 hours. When I tell you, second to none. All right, and now no more lies and fairy tales. Now I'm done. All right, you guys. So if you like this video, please like, subscribe, share, baby, do all the things. I'm happy to come with some new videos for you guys, both beauty and fashion. So look out for those. I'm actually adding shorts to my channel right now. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And I will see you guys on the next one. Have a wonderful evening. Bye.